I want to start, if I may, as you can well appreciate, it is a Christian channel, and therefore I will argue along a Christian perspective. It's not a Muslim channel, it's not a Hindu channel, so please respect that it is called Bible Prophecy, New World Order, Agenda Exposed. And indeed, there is agenda, and the agenda is that we are living in end times, and during these end times, in the name of love, twisted, perverted love, is not pure love, but twisted and perverted. Any love outside of Christ and his order and design is chaos and disorder. It is not natural and it is not pure, and therefore it always leads to problematic problems. Any love that is promoted, any liberalism that is promoted, that is outside the laws of Christ or God, will lead to chaos. The liberal world has been trying to promote love, peace, and tolerance. However, when you break it down, you begin to realize that is not the wholesome togetherness, humanity that we could expect, but rather there is an LHP, left hand path, satanic design attached to it. I will make further videos to expose the satanic liberal agenda of false love, peace, and tolerance. It is not as, if you like, saintly as it sounds, but it's sinister. Christians now are facing a battle. A lot of Christian teenagers are leaving the church, and the reason being they are facing liberal education, Karl Marx theology. In their schools, they are facing an extreme force of LGBT propaganda rammed down their throats in order to undermine biblical family Christian values. If you look at some of the things that are being taught to 5-year-olds and 8-year-olds, you begin to realize that pedophiles are infiltrating these schools under the banner of liberalism. You know, pedophiles who are Satanists, and they are propagating, brainwashing Christian families to turn away from Christ and accept a liberal satanic theology where you challenge the family structure, you challenge the order of God. And this is what's happening. And as a result, a lot of Christian families, a lot of Christian parents are realizing we are actually fighting not against flesh or blood, but we are fighting against demonic powers in high places. A lot of Christian teenagers have left the church. Why? For the simple reason, believe it or not, please research it. And if I'm wrong, this is a legally binding contract, oral contract. If I'm wrong, sue me. A lot of Christian teenagers are saying the church now is not pro LGBT. The church now is not pro LGBT plus plus PPPQQQ. These Christian teenagers has been exposed to a liberal brainwashing in schools that they don't care about Christ. They rather promote the values of Satan. This is how liberals has brainwashed and socially engineered the minds of Christian teenagers, hence why they're not responsive to the gospel. They've been brainwashed. There's been a battle for their minds in schools. They've been fighting. 1 minute they're going to church, on a Saturday or Sunday, and then the next they are dealing with brainwashing. You got pedophiles going into these schools, and God knows some of the horrible things that they are exposing our Christian children to. And as a result of this nasty, subliminal, and horrible mixed messages, a lot of Christian teenagers now are going back home challenging their parents. Why is the Bible against gays? Why the Bible against trans? Why the Bible against LPDB plus? They actually end up coming home antichrist. The liberals has done their job well. The Illuminati has done their job well. They've actually infiltrated the schools. They're no longer teaching science or facts, but they're teaching a sexual revolution. We are moving in the last days of Noah. These are wicked and critical times. And I don't have children. And the reason why I don't have children, when I look at how screwed up children are, when I look at the way they've been brainwashed, I remembered I was in my hometown, and these schoolgirls, when they're coming on from school and they were singing LGBT, LGBT, they were singing LGBT, like they were being brainwashed. And I thought, oh my God, that's disturbing. And that's why I don't want kids, because I'm not having the satanic, pedophile, nasty, liberal government under the guise of fake science brainwash my kids with liberal nastiness. And this is what's happening. And a lot of Christian parents are now homeschooling their children. They're beginning to realize, if we don't right now, why snip that bud? If we don't right now take action, the liberals will actually be brainwashing our family to becoming antichrist, to becoming sexual freaks like they are. And many liberals now, they are pushing their wicked satanic agenda into our schools. They don't pray anymore. They don't have assemblies where they discuss Christ. They'll have Muslims, they'll have Islam, they'll have Hinduism, they'll have Sikhism, but Christianity is not allowed. There is a new world order agenda involved. This is end times. But a lot of Christians now are those who are thinking, those Christians who are awakened, are seeing what's happening. They're saying, do you know something? I am going to homeschool my own kids. I'm going to homeschool. Look, I teach singing lessons online. I also build confidence. If you want to have your children learn singing lessons or confidence, all you have to do is look at this picture right now, and I will look after you. Make sure Christians teach your children. Make sure Christians first influence your children, not liberals. We are heading towards a psychological, spiritual battle. And sadly to say, the liberals are winning because the churches has been hijacked by the liberal agenda, which is why Joel Austin, T.D. Jakes, Creflo Dollar, they're all about money and they're pushing the liberal agenda. The church has been hijacked. We are better teaching our kids at home so they can have wholesome Christian family values. When our kids go to school, they are going to learn some nasty, filthy, unwholesome things, which is not healthy for their minds. But that is the New World Order agenda, to poison it, to promote pedophilia. That's the agenda. But sadly, a lot of Christians are not awakened to see what's going on. We don't see the psychological warfare that is made to happen against Christian families. As I said, if I had children, there is no way they are going to a liberal school. No way. Because a lot of Christian teenagers now are losing their faith. The liberals have brainwashed them. A lot of Christian teenagers, oh, what about LGBT? Ah. They're now challenging the Bible. They've threw Jesus Christ out the window and they invited in Satan. And that's why you can't reach your teenagers. That's the reason why they've been brainwashed. You're better off homeschooling your children. Do you know, I've come across kids who are homeschooled. Oh my God, they're so beautiful. They're so fresh. They're so clean. Children who have been homeschooled. No liberal agenda, no filth, no trans tripping in front of them. No trans showing their balls in front of them. And they look so fresh, so clean, their mind unsoiled. The liberal schools now are run by Satanists, and Christians need to wake up to know this truth. Homeschool your kids. Kick them out of liberal schools. If you want them to remain in the faith, if you want them to have Christian values, if you want them to grow up healthy, keep them away from liberal satanic schools.